y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. At this point, Ready to Love itself is combative, okay? I feel like they want us to argue. I feel like they want us to be triggered. I feel like they want us to be upset. But we're going to go ahead and get into this episode. But before we do, I need you guys to sit back, relax, watch the video on through. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Now, baby, when I tell y'all that this episode done stressed me the hell out, it done stressed me the hell out because I came up here yesterday and I did some commentary on some tweets that I saw, and y'all have been blowing the comments up ever since. I'm not mad at the engagement. Go ahead and keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But let me just tell you this. My opinion is my opinion, okay? We can agree to disagree. Understand? Understand. Okay, so let's get into it. So we pick up where we left off. Eliminations. Now, y'all already know, I already told y'all if Sierra didn't go home, all hell was going to break loose on the internet, worse than it did. But she went home, as she should. So I'm glad that her bags were still packed. So the women have the power back, okay? Jessica said that she is completely blindsided and thrown off by the verbiage that was used to describe her, okay? She said she didn't like the word combative. And she wants to know who said it. She has her suspicions. I wonder who. I wonder who. Since y'all can't seem to understand who said the word combative, everybody, he didn't say combative. He didn't say it. He said combative situation. Oh, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. But anyway, so when they all came back inside the house, Chris was like, Maria, how you feeling? And then Janelle was like, how about we ask Jessica how she feeling, okay? Jessica, how you feeling, girl? And Jessica was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here and mind my combative business. I said, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Once Janelle gets into something, it always got to become something, okay? Now, Janelle over there talking about, I'm not in no way trying to pick up Jessica's cross, but what made y'all feel comfortable enough to use the word combative? Now, hold up, time out, pause, wait a minute, because Janelle, once again, you have inserted yourself in something that ain't got nothing to do with you. You do not need to speak for Jessica. If Jessica is this combative person that Chris made her out to be, why she not the one up there yelling? Why she not the one sitting there trying to get to the bottom of it, huh? Why she not the one talking about some who said what right now? It's Janelle. I will say this and I will say this again. I do not feel as though Jessica is combative. Yes, she may stand stern on how she feels about something, but she's not combative. And just because someone doesn't agree with you or someone is not about to sit here and take your SHIT does not make them combative. Let's get that clear. Okay, so let's keep going. So after Janelle asked all the men why they thought it was good to use the word combative, you know, all the men like, I ain't say that. Feel like I definitely didn't say that. You got to just think about who relayed the message. Now, Maria in his confessional talking about some, Chris feels like she's combative, so I just used the word. Come on now, Maria. You already know, Mr. Power to the People, that verbiage is everything. And you know that word combative was going to cause a stir, okay? You know it was going to trigger something deep down in somebody, somewhere, somehow. It's one of those words, it's a trigger word. It's a trigger word. It is, okay? The thing that got me is that Chris is literally sitting there acting like he didn't say it. I'm like, no. That's not what we about to do, because why are you not owning up to the fact that you were the one who said combative? Now, everybody want to play semantics in the comments, okay? He didn't say combative. He said combative situations. He said combative and confessional, not actually doing the show. Let me tell you something. Combative situation is what he should have said then. He should have said, I didn't actually call you combative. I said that we've been in combative situation, and we could have killed that right then and there. But he was being a coward, and he said nothing. He said absolutely nothing. He made it seem like Morgan came up with this word all on his own, okay? And the men are men. Let me tell y'all something. Them men was like, my name is Biddy and I ain't in it. They was not going to say who said it. They stuck together, because let that have been the ladies over there in the caddy lounge, they would have been running to tell who said what. And that's a fact. Jessica said she knows this Chris, because Chris used that word with her when they was on the best friend date. So for everyone who's confused and how she know it was Chris, because he used the word on the best friend date. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. It does not matter whether or not he said it. It's a simple fact that he just won't own up to it. And he knows where the word came from, whether he used it exactly like she's combative or we were in a combative situation. He definitely used the word combative. The only person who used the word combative at that. So therefore, own up to it, sir. And just say, yeah, I said it, but I didn't mean it like you are combative. I was just saying, me and you have been in combative situations. But is he going to do that? No, because he's a coward. And I can't believe that people are playing the semantics of it all when it's dead in your face. Kat decided she gonna go check on Miguel, whatever the case may be. And as soon as she walked into the room, I said, they got them damn bunk beds in here. See, I thought they didn't have no bunk beds. Child, they had like 3 sets of bunk beds. Poor Quentin was sleeping on the couch. I said, what is this? This nice, big old, beautiful, you know, little villa situation, Airbnb situation. And y'all got these men in this room on bunk beds? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Like, at least do a double bed situation next time. Like, I don't understand why we gotta have these grown men in these bunk beds. But shout out to the men for letting the women have the real rooms, okay? Shout out to them for that. So Kat says she doesn't understand why they have to stay away from the word if it's the right depiction of them. No one will call you combative if you weren't. How about you just change the way you act? Now, I agree with that statement. I totally agree with that statement. And that could be true. And that could be how he experienced her. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is not the fact that he used the word. The issue is the fact that he won't own up to it. Because if he would have just said he said it, all this would have been done a long time ago. Okay? We wouldn't still be talking about who said combative, who said combative. Okay? So now Kat's trying to make this fake connection with Morgan. And I'm just like, ugh. Please, we already know what this is. Make it to the end, make it to the end, make it to the end. Anyway, Janelle and Jessica are talking. Jessica expressed the fact that she's pissed because Chris lied straight to her face. She said like he's the only one that could not look her in the eyes. She felt like he had the right to feel whatever way he wanted to feel. It's just a simple fact that he lied to her. And that's what I want y'all to understand. So y'all can say she combative, y'all can say she not combative. That's for everybody to argue about. But we cannot disagree on the fact that he should have just owned up to the fact that he's the one who said it or used the word. Yeah, okay. So Janelle's like, so we got 2 issues here. So the first issue is the fact that the word was used. And the second issue is the fact that someone carried it out. I said, there go Janelle making up a plan. She's thinking of a plan, okay? She's trying to figure out who they gonna get out this house. That's what she's trying to figure out. Because Jessica honestly isn't really upset about Moria using the word. She's really upset with the fact that daggone Chris lied to her face. But Janelle's making this bigger. Janelle's really pinpointing the fact that it was used. That's what she's doing, okay? So Janelle asked Jessica, how do you feel about Moria? She said, I just don't trust him. Which really plays on me in this whole thing because she's saying she don't trust him right here. Later on, they have a conversation and she tells him that she just wants to be cordial. And then at the end of this, they have a conversation and she says that them 2 locked in. Make it make sense. Because it sounds crazy to me. We done went through 3 different phases in one episode with the same person. Either you rock with him or you don't, but it's given alliance. And we decide that we're going to do what we're going to do to keep our people here. That's what happened. I'm not even about to play with y'all today. Okay? So now the guys are out fishing and Aries, Cat, and Lee decide they're going to go join the men. Now, I don't know why Quentin's out there daggone fishing when this man is allergic to seafood. I say, oh God, this would be the worst time for you to break out and have to rush to an emergency room and then quit the process. And then what? Then what we going to do? Okay? So Lee is over there helping him. As you know, he catches a fish. Caught a fish, and you know he's like, take it off. Fell like, no. So you know Lee comes to take it off. Here comes Janelle outside. Baby, you caught a fish? You know I did. Are we gonna eat good tonight? Not off that little fish, you're not. Okay, now y'all can say what y'all want to say about Janelle when she gets possessive over Quentin, but I'm not mad at it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not mad at it because I'll be just the same way. I'll be just like that. My man, that's my man. Okay. F this process. Okay, Lee said she felt some type of way because like every time her and Quentin having a moment, here comes Janelle. But did y'all not realize that he got up and walked away and went to go be with Janelle? Y'all just want to blame it all on Janelle. He didn't have to leave. He could have stayed right there with Lee. But he did. I keep telling y'all, he's reciprocating the same actions. That's why Lee was sitting there like, I don't really know. Like, he's going to have to step it up. So then Chris decides that, damn, I messed up big time. All right, I really need to get me a vote in here. So he pulls all the strings to get somebody to go buy some sandals in the right size for Lee, and he comes out and he brings her a gift, and Lee loves it. Now, I'm a girl who likes gifts, so I'm not upset that he brought her a gift, but we already know what this is about. I'm just upset that Lee had to be in the crossfire of getting a gift that I don't feel was actually genuine. Now, I feel like Chris had to make a power move, and to him, this was his power move, okay? I don't think that it was because he really wanted to get her a gift. Because if he really wanted to get her a gift, he would have brought a gift there and not had to pull strings to have someone bring him a gift for her. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because before we even got to this house, he already knew that him and Jessica connection was over. So like I told y'all, Muye and Jessica had that talk. She told him how she felt about the word combative. He apologized, and she told him like we should just be cordial. So I'm still trying to figure out how did we get to we're solid by the end of this. Because like I said, step 1 was I don't trust him. Step 2 was we need to be cordial. Okay. But I will tell you this, I could tell that word actually hurt her, because when she was talking to him, she said she's just confused because she hasn't gotten into any arguments. She said she hasn't raised her voice at anyone. She hasn't shown disrespect. She said she's been showing nothing but respect to people. So she just couldn't understand by the technical definition of combative how she was being that. And this is what I've been trying to convey to y'all for the longest. I don't see her as combative. I just don't. And I need y'all who says that she's combative to put down in the comments. Maybe y'all can open my eyes to some things that I missed that makes Jessica herself combative. So now everybody done left the getaway. Everybody's going home. Back to our regular scheduled dating, okay? Kat and Moria going to date. I'm not about to waste y'all time with that. There's no real connection. He brought her all these little stones. I said, that's how he's still here. That's why he's still here. He got a bunch of stones. He's holding on to them for dear life. He was praying over the crystals like, yes, for all the energy to keep him on his show, because there's no reason why this man should still be here. Okay? No reason whatsoever. Janelle and Quentin go on a date. And I hate the fact that Janelle and Quentin have this a beautiful connection. I really do, because we don't get to really love it the way we should, because Janelle is so problematic, okay? But if you look at their relationship overall, it's a beautiful relationship. When he asked her how she handled conflict, I said, oh, he want to see if she's going to be rah, okay? She said that she just need examples. Tell me and show me what I did wrong so I could correct my ways. We talked about this in our live last time about how he should have told her, like, this is what you did wrong, so she could recognize it and attempt to not do it again. And everybody said, you can't say that because you can't compare that relationship to your relationship. They don't want to sit here talking about their couple and everything just flows so well. So right, he should have told her in the own exclusive that the way she handled that situation was wrong. This is a prime example of what you did wrong, so this way she could not do it again. He said that in his last relationship, he didn't feel appreciated. The girl never told him thank you, never told him she appreciated, never even told the man he loved her. I said, wasn't you engaged to that girl? Why did you get engaged to someone who never said she loves you? Poor Quentin. Do I think he here for real, for love? No, but I still won't say poor Quentin, okay? So Phil and Aries go on a date, and I really love Phil and Aries together, but something's telling me that this is where it starts to get rocky, because you can tell that Aries is now at the place where she feels as though he's not stable enough. And I noticed that from the best friends date that he does not come off stable, okay? He moves around a lot. And then y'all told me in his interview he was moving again, which lets me know that I wasn't wrong. Even when he first met Kat, and he said that after talking to Kat made him realize that he wanted to go travel the world with someone and things like that. I'm like, you just now meeting someone at your big old age that makes you want to go travel the world? Yeah. And I keep trying to tell y'all that I think Phil is a great man. I just don't think he's stable enough for Aries, okay? We get to the caddy lounge. So now, y'all, we get to the caddy corner, okay? And I said, ooh, it's about to go down. It's about to go down because why not? Why not? When they come in, Tommy asks them, top connections, give them to me. Okay, Aries says Phil with a side of Chris, okay? Now, I need y'all to keep tally, right? Aries said Phil with a side of Chris. Janelle said Q, of course, okay? Lee said Q, but Janelle seemed to got, but Janelle said that's her man. And Janelle said she don't feel bad about it. But Chris has really showed up to her she really showed up for her, and he brought her sandals. So far we have two Chris, right? Okay. Tommy said, damn, did anybody else get some shoes? And I was like, dang, everybody mad she got shoes? The whole place got quiet. Kat was like, don't be funny. I said, what's funny? I wanted to know if anybody got shoes too. Okay. So then Jessica said her and Morgan are locked in. I said alliance. You use the right word, alliance, not locked in, okay? Because you done went through 3 different phases with this man in this whole episode. That's how I already know how this thing is set up, okay? Because it's BS, okay? Kat said Chris and Morgan. Now that gives Chris 3 votes right there. It's only 5 ladies. So if 3 people say that he's a connection and only 2 did it, I'm not understanding what's happening. Because according to the numbers, according to what I'm looking at, Morgan only has Kat and Morgan only has Kat and Janelle. That's 2. 2, 3. That's 1. Chris has 1 more than Morgan. Y'all do the math, okay? So Tommy asked him who they not connecting with. So Jessica says she's not feeling Chris. He has very visible character flaws that she just does not agree with, okay? She said that she know Chris is the one who used the word combative, and the fact that he lied about it really made her upset because he used that word on an ex date. All the ladies sitting there talking about something. He didn't say that. He said he didn't say that. He said he didn't say that. He said he didn't say that. And that's what I mean by watching him lie again. Because on the own exclusive, on the own YouTube channel, he sat there and told Lee that he didn't say that. Lying, just lying, just lying. Just lying. Aries jumped in and said Morier should have never used the word, whether it was said in the lounge or not. And I'm like, agreed. That makes me think, like, did you mean to say that? Like, was that part of your plan to get Chris out the house? Because I feel like he's snake. I feel like he's a snake. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't see it for him, not one bit, okay? Jessica says she feels like he's a coward for letting Morier take the fall for something he said. And I agree, because we already said that this man should just owned up to it, and we still wouldn't be having this conversation. But because he never owned up to it and admitted to it, we still gotta go back and forth about this whole situation. So then she said that he was unnecessary and he can't buy her anything. And I'm sitting here like, hold up. So what you saying? Are you saying that he's broke? That he can't buy you anything, or he can't buy you anything to win you over? What you saying? Because I need you to clarify, because she's being shady. She's definitely being shady. Because Lee was like, so is that shade towards me? She was like, this has nothing to do with you. But Lee was like, but he bought me something, so I definitely feel like it's shade towards me. Now I can tell y'all that Jessica is a mean girl, and she's very passive aggressive. Do I think she's combative? Not really. I don't see her being combative, but I definitely feel like she take her shots at the women when she feel like it. And Jessica brought up the fact that she said she heard Chris say she want the Jessica that Morier gets. And I was like, what Jessica Morier get? Because every interaction we saw with that was trash, okay? When he brought her the soap, she damn near was ignoring him. There was no chemistry, no energy, or nothing, okay? And then when they were sitting there talking, she told the man they wanted to be cordial. The only thing that she did for him was bring him a plate of food. And that was just because she wanted to make Chris mad, and she wanted to make it seem like she had a real connection with Dagon Morier, and we know that's not true, okay? She used that as a point to say that if he's so all about Lee, then he needs to be so all about Lee then, and stop worrying about me. Jessica, chill, sis, chill. Because like I told y'all, just because I'm mad at Chris don't mean that Jessica don't have her flaws too. So then they go back to who they not connecting with. Kat says Q. Aries says Morier, Lee says Morier, Janelle says Chris, but we already know that because it's part of the alliance to get Chris up out of here, which is why Jessica came in there and said that her and Morier is solid, which sound like some complete BS, okay? So now we got Morier and Chris at the bottom. According to the math, daggone Morier should have went home. We know this. But that's not what happened, because Jessica took this moment and she wanted this moment. She needed this moment to make her feel validated, okay? She enjoyed this moment, and I didn't like the fact that she really enjoyed it like that, but I understood where she was coming from, because once again, Chris was a coward, and he really did show his colors, okay? So y'all, I'm gonna read y'all this conversation because I want y'all to hear what was said, okay? Jessica asked him, can we both agree that this is not a match? He said yes. So then she asked him, what was the disconnect? He said, I told you I need to see a softer side. And if someone else sees it, then good for them. You're just not my person. She told him the word combative was inappropriate and off-putting. She said, so the ladies decided that you're not ready to love, okay? He said, I didn't call you combative. She said, you clearly feel away. Then he turned around and he said that she is combative and that her and Janelle are mean girls. Then she said, you're angry about something that has nothing to do with me. He said, I'm not trying to hold my tongue anymore because I respect you as a woman, but you don't show me no respect. I'm a man first before I'm anything. She said, so at what point did you feel disrespected? He said, you don't know ish about me. F you and everything about you. And he was sitting there looking like he wanted to throw that drink in her face and about to cry. The scene was definitely chopped, okay? The scene was definitely chopped. But let me tell you something. Chris has been problematic to me a lot towards the end of this season so far, okay? Ever since we saw the ex date, he has been problematic to me. The fact that he sat there and the fact that the girl sat there and said that, you know, she had to be in servitude to him and that he was not supportive of her. And then he said women are too emotional to lead. And then he had the nerve to say that she's aggressive, that she's combative because she didn't agree with him. And then on top of that, he lied about the fact that he didn't use the word combative. Like everybody and their mama didn't see him use that word combative is an issue. How you gonna say, I'm not the one who calls you combative, then turn right around and say, you're combative? Tell me how you really feel then, sir. Now you finally gonna admit it. Chris is full of shit. He said, I'm a man before anything, as if you being a woman means nothing. And I don't respect it. I don't respect it not one bit. I told y'all I don't feel like he respect women. He feel like you have to be at his service. You have to do what he says do. And if you ask for some of that support in return, you ain't gonna get it because he's a man. He's a man. Child, y'all sit there and be caught up on it. He gonna pay the bills. He gonna pay the bills. And you gonna be at home miserable with no identity. In servitude. With no support. With no one to push you on your dreams and your aspirations. Oh, but he paid the bills. That sounds good enough for you. Y'all better snap up out that ish. Snap up out of it. Because you're going to be caught up in some real foul relationships thinking like that. And I'm appalled by how many people were supporting him. After Janelle... I meant to say, Jessica, just in case y'all want to get in the comments and start tussling over who said what. Made that tweet about her, about him getting in her face and flipping the chair and y'all sitting inside by something. He said he didn't do it. He said he didn't do it. He also said that he didn't use the word combative and he didn't call her combative, and we saw that was a lie. They said security had to come because he was being crazy. He was in her face. And because y'all got to see him walk away without no chairs being flipped over, that don't mean that means it didn't happen. No, that means we cleaned up the scene so we can get the shot and be done with this for the day. Come on, y'all. I don't know, y'all. But this episode really did this big one, y'all. And I'm not saying that y'all have to agree with me. I'm not saying that, you know, we can't. I'm not saying that y'all have to agree with me. I'm telling y'all how I feel about this. This is my opinion. I welcome all opinions. Just be respectful. Be respectful. Be respectful. With that being said, y'all, I'm going to get my behind up off of here because I know some of y'all waiting to curse me out in the comments, okay? But don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, okay? Hit that notification bell. Like the video, like the video, like the video. I know some of y'all probably going to dislike the video, but just do something, okay? And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.